Good morning. Hi, everyone. I like the music. All right. Well, it's Wednesday. We made it to Wednesday. Okay. I'm going to be brief this morning. Check out the hellos. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Responding back to you. So I want to mention something, a few things real fast, I guess. So it kind of came to my attention that people are looking at Raptor Write as somehow as a direct answer to fears of market share of a specific other AI writing tool. The FFA has no market share. None. The Feature Fiction Academy is about 150 to 200 authors who are professionals or aspiring to be professionals. More than half of the membership of the Feature Fiction Academy have published over 10 books. We do provide classes on everything from publishing to writing to AI. But as an organization, and let me know in the chat for those of you who are members, it's really like a professional guild, and we're just all trying to work together to figure out AI. So, I mean, I do a lot of research and a lot of work. So does Stacy, so does Steph, so does Leland. We have some fiction engineers who are joining on, like Ikello, Ashling, Tiffany, Lynn Jordan, other people. But these are authors who have been researching, and a lot of times we take each other's techniques and we build on them. So I might present something, but then the next class, somebody else is like, oh, Elizabeth, I did that thing and I changed it this way for me. So the Future Fiction Academy we're not afraid of market share. We don't have any market share. We don't have any market share. That's not what we are. We are an education company that happens to have software. As far as making free Raptor Write, the point here is that we needed a software that we could control that was free so that we could help authors learn how to prompt, learn how to use it. I beg your pardon, but Dasha. Come on, Dasha. You're ruining the live always. Okay. I have a very prim and proper dog. She doesn't want to be in when I start. She doesn't, or if she does in when I start, she wants to go out once I'm going. So it's just the way it is. Thank you, Tiffany. Really appreciate the FFA and their resources on how to best use AI in my workflow, and being surrounded by those who know things and develop tools is amazing. I agree. Like, I love working with Joseph. I love that we have this like little group that's like, hey, what if it does this? Hey, what if it does that? I forget what I was talking about, but yeah, not market share. Oh, Raptor Write. So being an education company, we ran into the problem of like, okay, let's say we make a standalone class on how to use Claude Workbench. There's a good example. Or OpenAI Playground. That's where we often directed people in our free class, like go to Playground. Well, within a couple of weeks, there's like, there's changes on Playground. There's changes on Workbench. And then we've got to redo our class. So we were like, okay, we really do need a free tool, something that is like a baseline. And we say, okay, this is the bare minimum of what an AI tool for authors should do. And that is Raptor Write. Raptor Write is not designed to hold your writing forever. It's not designed to compete with Scrivener. It's not designed to compete with anything else that you already love. It's literally just a way for us to have some common free ground that we are in control of in terms of the changes, so that we can teach people how to prompt. And in the first week of launch, it stunned me how many people were learning how cheap AI is really costs. And that a lot of software out there, and I'm not going to say a specific name, it's all of them. It doesn't matter. They're all just wrappers. They're all just like software that lets you access the AI. They're realizing, oh, if I just pay OpenAI's Open Router's costs, this other stuff that I'm paying for, there's no magic. Like, the AI works no matter where you access it the same way. Claude is Claude anywhere Claude is. Star Cannon is Star Cannon anywhere Star Cannon is. Although lately Star Cannon's been very sassy. Very interesting. So yeah, we're grateful that we can be a part of this experience and this journey. We're grateful that we can help each other, fellow authors, navigate this crazy bit. Draft to Digital yesterday did an email that went out. And here's what I saw. I saw a lot of authors be angry and have opinions when they don't even really understand what training is. And that's where I see where I can serve the author community. I'm someone who has educated myself about all this stuff. I can explain it in layman's terms. Been doing it at conferences for almost 2 years now. And we have more work to do. So we have to help our fellow author understand training doesn't mean it can regurgitate your book. If it did, that's bad training. That's a bad LLM, because that means that it can't actually generate based off of what you prompt it to. You can only just spit out the same thing over and over again. Training is to help artificial intelligence, the large language models, because it's not really AI, people. It's just a dictionary slot machine. Training on large corpuses of work with, terabytes of information, okay, helps the LLM understand the relationships between parts of words. Not even full words necessarily, but the tokens. So that it understands, like, how often do we have the word the next to the word cat? What frequency is that? If the prompt says cat, should the response have cat in it? That kind of a thing. So people who are like, I don't want them to train on my books because I want to be compensated and stuff like that. I understand that's how you feel. But I think if you actually learned about what training is, you'd understand that it's like the dictionary being copyrighted. It really is like a concordance, literary analysis. If you can remember back to your Word documents first giving you that Flesch Kincaid reading level, I remember when that came out. Does anyone remember when the word processor started giving you in tools when you go to word count your Flesch Kincaid reading level? I'll wait in the chat. That's pretty much the original start of analyzing. Frequency of words, length of words, words next to other words, how hard is it to read a sentence, etc. That discipline is what directly led to the ability to be married with computer science and machine learning for us to have these generative AIs today. The first generative AI you probably ever played with was your auto suggest on your phone. So this is another reason why I'm like, there's no money changing hands. This is a very long established thing that people can read your writing and they have the right to analyze it. It's just what it is. All right. So off my soapbox, sorry, 8 minutes, man, I did not need to do that because we only have an hour today because I have to do marketing boot camp check-in at 10 a.m. So I'll see members of the FFA there. And then at noon today, I am teaching Flash Fiction. So that is another class for the Future Fiction Academy members. So I'll see you there or at Flash Fiction. And then tonight we have at 9 o'clock Eastern, the marketing bootcamp check-in for the West Coast people who need evening hours. So busy, busy Wednesday. Okay, but let's start it off with a bang. Let's go for 4K. I've been able to do 1900 and 2500 so far a couple of times. So I'm going to go for 4,000 words. I don't know if I'll do it or not, but I'll try. Go ahead and share my screen. We're back in the moralities of marriage. And let's see here. I think you guys can read that pretty well. Yeah, let's get to work. We don't care about market share. Everybody else can have market share. We just help who we help. Okay. So I was picking up after the ball, and then I wrote the scene yesterday about Frederick and Julian talking, father and son, who inherit Rosings. And then there's this of them talking at a frosty morning at Rosings. Cool, cool, cool. Coming down here, this is where it was starting to have like more outlines, and we weren't quite there. But I actually think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just turn on. This is kind of crazy, but I'm going to do it. I'm just going to turn on all of the chapters. This is bonkers, but let's just do it. And this is not good prompting, everybody. Don't do this. Chapter 18, chapter 19. Chapter 19, chapter 18. Okay, cool. What do I have in chat? Oh, that's for the different names. Oh, and I didn't thumbs it up. So thumbs it up. Okay. So here we have this blank chapter. It's going to be chapter 20. give me 3 proposals for chapter 20. So I'm just letting it read the whole story and just decide what it can do next. The model I'm going to use for this morning, talking about Claude. Claude is one of the best ones at kind of like synthesizing that. So I am going to go ahead and use Claude Sonnet. This is going to cost some significant money because I'm literally sending in my prompt, if I do my little binoculars, I'm just going up to the top. Yeah, it doesn't need to be reading there. I'm sending 50,000 tokens. This is bad prompting, y'all. But it's efficient prompting in my case because I just want to get on with it and I'm okay with spending the money because I really need to get this book done. And when I say it's a lot of money, you just have to be mindful about how often you're clicking that button. So let's take a look at how much this will cost with Claude Sonnet. And I'm going to throw it up to 4096 so it has plenty of space to talk. And I'm going to bring that temperature down to 0.8. Yeah, I know other people like a lower temperature with Claude. I like crazy. I'm okay with it. So I'm just going to go that. So it's going to give me 3 proposals for chapter 30 or chapter 20. And while it's working, I'm going to hop over into Open Router. We'll come back to Raptor Write. So there we go. Christmas Eve at Pemberley. Shadows in London. Okay, I kind of like that idea. Yeah, I'm gonna thumbs this up. I'm gonna do Christmas Eve at Pemberley, and I'm going to say pick show romantic talk between Mr. Darcy and Elizabeth, where he is still trying to convince her to maybe remain at Pemberley because she is pregnant with child. Let's see. She found out she was pregnant at the end of the summer in August, and I think we're figuring out that she was like around 2 months. The quickening was later, so I think at this point she's about 5 to 6 months. She's got plenty of time. Also show Jane and Bingley receiving a letter from their agent in London stating that Bingley must come to London at his earliest convenience. This is also where Lady Bromington wants to also go to London when the whole merry party leaves. This might be confusing for the AI, but we'll see. It is decided that Jane will oversee Pemberley, and she and Elizabeth outmaneuver Lady Matlock by supporting the Bromingtons' request to get the Viscount away from Kitty. Also have Kitty reading up on surgery and briefly talk to Dr. Matthews about how she's worried about her father. And they have brought Mr. Bennet down to the Grand Salon for Christmas Eve festivities, where he is still communicating non-verbally. Mrs. Bennett is typical Mrs. Bennett. Okay, so I'm going to take these out because I don't hate them, but I'm just going to move them down here to the chat. Just like notes that I don't want to lose. Come back over to chapter 20. I'm going to say, okay. Oh, well, it might just start writing. I accidentally pressed slash. That was my bad. So here we go. We're probably going to get the entire... Oh, it's making it decide of how to structure it. Oh, I like caroling. Okay, so thumbs up. And now I'm going to say, write that chapter. I love this game. Write that chapter. It reminds me of like a musical, what is it? Name that tune. Like I can name that tune in like 6 notes or whatever. Married man, I am. I will not be separated from you again. Besides, it's Christmas Eve. Perfect. Okay, so we got like 1,400 words. I'm happy with this. We're going to thumbs it up. And then we're going to start like expanding it more. And now I don't need everything on. So I'm going to just turn all that off. I'm just going to turn the story Bible on. So let's see how much those 2 prompts cost me. Activity. It, like I said, it was expensive. It was like 19 cents, 17 cents, so 34. So I spent 50 cents basically just to get kind of that whole chapter done. That's why we talk about it's not very efficient at all. I should be able to just like give it, and I should have realized the story Bible so far, I did update it. So I could have just prompted it that way. So that's what I'll do for chapter 21. I was thinking that there was stuff in story Bible so far that isn't accurate anymore. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to highlight this for the revision because Claude can write more. I'm going to click revise and I'm going to say expand and add more interaction. Aim for 3,000 words. Have some conflict and drama in the chapter. Everyone cannot just be so agreeable. Submit. So there we go. And I didn't read all of it. I just skimmed it as it was writing it. I'll check the chat just to see if anyone has questions about the methodology I just did. Yeah, that's expensive. I agree. Yeah, that was expensive. Good morning, Harper. All right, so on Raptor Write, yes. Okay. Please. And what of my peace of mind, Elizabeth William? Do you think I could rest easy here at Pemberley while you face the inquest alone? No, I will not be left up behind like some fragile ornament. There's a little echolalia there. So I would take out the, you're not an ornament, Elizabeth. That's the echolalia that AI does. You're some fragile ornament. You're not an ornament. Like, sometimes people do that, but not often. All right, so what did we get? We got 3450, so I'm going to thumbs it up, and now I'll do a little deeper dive on this to make sure that it actually has something about Lord Bromington. So we have Bromington. Thank you, Harper. You didn't see the first draft. The first draft had a lot more cursing in it. Sorry, everyone. There was an incident when I talked this morning, when I started this whole thing off, and I'm like, we do not have market share. That is not what we care about. We are not here for market share. Okay. So she's got an emerald green. She's the swell. She's yay, 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 yay. I kind of want something about the ball here. as making last minute. Why are carols singing? Carols can't be happening in Pemberley. I'll just add Georgiana and Mary. Oh, Georgiana's not in this story. Crap, she's not. This is not Seasons of Serendipity. Who's playing piano? And Lady Bromington had taken to playing any piano forte present in a room with the familiar Christmas carols. I don't know that Christmas carols were like, when did Christmas carols get to be popular? I think that's a Victorian thing. Pretty much everything to do with Christmas is Victorian. Yeah, they were not sung until Victorian times. No carols. I didn't think so. So garlands of holly and ivy adorned the banisters of Pemberley. Their green leaves a stark contrast. Okay, cool. Yeah, so Regency Christmas, they would do a lot of games, a lot of on the heels of the Winter Ball. Elizabeth Darcy remained busy with plans every evening for the festive season, all to culminate in tonight's grand Christmas Eve. There we go. Okay. I might fix that later. I probably will. Like, you just got to get it drafted. You can always fix it. I'm still going to have to put this whole book through a final edit. So, you look radiant, my love, and you look very handsome, Fitzwilliam. And this is not have we sufficiently filled this house with friends and family? She asks. Taking her hand in his. Indeed, though I forgot how much strife can also result from hosting guests. He placed a kiss to her knuckles. I'm growing very concerned about our upcoming trip to London. You certainly wish to travel. All right, I'm going to take that out. And then we'll put this here. Your father's surgery. Your sisters. He trailed off. As Elizabeth placed a finger to his lips. Boop, 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 boop. See, I'm just fixing it. I'm just fixing it. No more arguments. Jane is more than capable and more ruthless. No more arguments. Okay, yeah, I like it that they're still not. Can you not see? I'm just trying to protect you. I don't think she's going to like raise slightly. I think she's going to laugh, you know. Protect me. I am your partner, your equal. We face our challenges together, not at all. I don't know. That's not really what it is. I assure you, Mr. Darcy. Made of sterner. I am made of sterner. I am made of sterner. Protect me. I assure you, Mr. Darcy, that I am made of sterner. 18, 12, or 11 word for like stuffings. Constitution. Your acquaintance. The use of his non-Christian name. Brought a tinge of red, or I don't know. Husband's cheeks. Yeah, he's about to be mad because she just called him Mr. Darcy. Okay, but now Mrs. Miles is interrupting, so there we go. For now, let's put it on a united front for our guests. Not quarrel in front of the others. Nodded. Okay, so cool. Meanwhile, in another part of the house, I don't know. I'll fix that, smooth that over, because I don't know that's not really like my writing style. It's usually like when they go downstairs. I'm afraid so, my dear. What about the children? I just had them, since you were all going to London. Okay, yeah, I'll fix this later because it's really good. They've got twins. This is really choppy. Okay, so actually I'm going to highlight all this and I'm going to revise it. So I'm highlighting 1,400 words. I'm going to right click, revise. Expand and rewrite this to smooth the transitions. All action is happening inside the grand salon, and it shouldn't be this choppy. Conversations between characters should naturally connect to one another. So, for example, the Darcys come in and greet the Bingleys, who are upset. Contrasting, they are not hiding their quarrel. And Jane imparts that Bingley must go to London about the property they wish to buy. About Buxton Hall. Then Lady Bromington approaches those four and has her talk, and knowing the Matlocks are keen to keep the Bromingtons out of London because Lord Bromington has an opium addiction. You do not mention. Darcy is surprised when Elizabeth and Jane readily agree to such a scheme. Then transition to Kitty and Dr. Matthews, etc., in a similarly natural way. Perhaps Elizabeth or Darcy goes over to talk to one of them to hear their conversation. This is third person, limited point of view. Darcy or Elizabeth need to be interacting in all action. Okay, submit. It's a long plot, I really do feel like a creative director. Like, do this thing, change this. It feels like when I read it, it's like it's like a take of a movie or something. Yes. I like that. Oh, Lizzie. But before, okay. I'm just going to rerun that because that did not do what I wanted it to do at all. Rerun. Merry Christmas. They should say Happy Christmas. I'll have to fix that. Oh dear, that is troubling. Okay. We can discuss it further in private. All right, so let's see here. What a wonderful idea. Of course. He was not going to contradict his wife. Are you sure? I have my reasons. Arriving just in time to hear Kitty asking, Miss Catherine. Means the world to him. Sure. We'll thumbs that up. We'll take out this to see where we are word-wise, and we are at 2,679. But I think it didn't, because I reran it. I think it's a bug. I think it did not. I think it repeated. So there's like this one. Yeah, it did not. Let's not tell the others. Meanwhile, in another part of the house, this is where I had cut it off because I did not like this part. Miss Catherine, the doctor sighed. You know, I like this dialogue better. Okay, time for a kit bash. I definitely don't like the Jane and the Bromington one. So okay, so I'm going to bring down here this is where it started to rewrite it. Okay. Was a hub. Happy Christmas. Okay, so I'm going to cut this out, come up here to where I put the hole. And then this goes here. Please, Lizzie, Mr. Darcy, happy Christmas. Okay, it's 9:07. I got 23 minutes and I'm at 2,400 words. So definitely got to get something here going. Looking flustered, nodded and greeting. I'm afraid we've just received some troubling news. It would be safer for them. Leave the children. That's perfect, because Elizabeth says, has there anything we can do to help? And they're still arguing. Jane, darling, it's not abandonment. No, she's not gonna, that's not what's gonna happen. Okay, so this part I'm going to put spaces so I know, and then I come down here to where my spaces are here. I have my reasons. I like this. We're bringing this here. Mr. and Mrs. Darcy. Going to London. So that would mean an additional carriage. Lord Bromington, perhaps we could join. Perhaps we could join. However, what a wonderful idea. And there will be plenty of room in the carriage for you and the Viscount. I will remain at Pemberley with the children. Yes, Pemberley. Jane. And his wife stared at him serenely. But all knew that the former Jane Bennet could be quite formidable if her temper was, I want to say triggered, but that's not the right word. If her temper was antagonized, I guess. We'll fix it later on edits. Jane nodded. As I said, how lovely for the Bromingtons to keep you company on your short trip to London to see the agent. That's funny. My dear, are you certain about this arrangement? Trust me. So does Jane. There we go. I like it. Okay. So we're not in the library, but I do like this one right here. Control X, Control V, library. I was just reading about, well, near the fire, where Mr. Bennet to witness the family festivities by 2 footmen. Mrs. Bennet sat stoically at her husband's side. But Mary and who else would like Mr. Bennet? I think the Gardeners are still there. I don't remember if the Gardeners are still there or not. Playing charades. Playing a guessing game. Who could only non-verbally answer yes or no by shaking, by trembling his limbs or looking away. Okay. Because he was in a fire and all that jazz. But tonight is a, why don't we go join the others? Nope. There we go. That's perfect. This is on exact science, Miss Catherine. Your father's maid. Shall we join the others? I just feel so hopeless sometimes. Okay, so there's more down here. And that's it. Shall we join them? I believe your presence could do much. The Grand Salon to be closer to her father. Mr. Darcy and Dr. Matthews shared a as the two passed. Okay. There is no tree. So all of that is like not going to work or whatever. No one wants to hear your sermons tonight. It's been a wonderful Christmas Eve. Yada, yada, yada. Okay, I hate all of this. Okay. So we have that. And so now there's 1,400 words. And I'm just going to press continue and see what it does to continue the scene, because it has the scene here, and see what it resolves. I know you disapprove. Okay. There is no Georgiana. Okay, I'll take this out. There is no Colonel Fitzwilliam. He is with his wife in London. Lady Matlock. Very vexed. That's what I want. And now there's like a comeuppance for this. A word, if you please. Surely you cannot mean to allow this. Close at hand. Beneficial. My dear, have you taken leave of your senses? Aunt, I assure you. Reasons. Okay, I like it, because I can make minor changes to this. I cannot bear the thought. I understand, my love. I just worry. Perfect. A word, if you please. Joining our party to London. I thought we were agreed to keep them at Pemberley. Oh, we are there for the birth. Anne's line in. Off your hands to Matlock. It was my suggestion. I believe it may prove beneficial. Beneficial. My son is a liability, not an asset. There we go. But as you put it, your son is a liability. With both me and Fitzwilliam going to London, I cannot leave him in a home with my unmarried sisters. The Countess paused. She closed her eyes and sighed. Has he harmed? No, Georgiana. A commotion near the punch bowl. Let's see. Caterwauling Mr. Bennet. Mr. Bennet is harmed. He can't talk. Okay, so it didn't get it. You know what? I think part of this is the model. Claude's not very good at reasoning this. So I'm going to switch models real fast. We're at 920 AI. We're going to switch to 4.0 latest because it can pick up what we've got. And let's see what it can reason to do. Oh, the injustice. Oh, wow. What has happened? Yes, that's perfect. I didn't even think about that, but Mr. Bennett's not going to speak. It's Mr. Collins. I'd completely forgotten about him because he's going to inherit Longbourn. I like that. I like that. So we'll thumbs that up. Change this. Our guests, I will see to it. We'll fight him. Lizzie, we won't let him win. No. Our guests. Okay, so I'm going to edit this, revise. So it's 789 words. Okay. Revise this to be that Mr. Collins has written that he is I don't know. So Longbourn burned. He's the heir presumptive. He's not the heir apparent. So I don't think he can force them to rebuild Longbourn. I mean, there is the entailment. So maybe he's trying to say that he's somehow against the entailment for like how it's worded or whatever, that he has to kind of maintain it or something like that. A legal inquiry into Mr. Bennett failing to fulfill the terms of the entailment by not directing resources to the rebuilding of Longbourn. Because Lady Catherine's dead, so she's not putting him up to it. It would have to be the Lucases. But then the Lucases know and all of that. I don't know. Who would be... The Duke of Marlborough can be the villain on this. Okay, that'll work. That'll work, maybe. I don't know. The Duke of Marlborough, it's a little bit of a stretch. I'll have to think about motivation here. Maybe Lady Catherine told him to do this before Lady Catherine died. That's going to be another possibility. Mrs. Bennett believes Mr. Bennett will die in surgery. This barbaric procedure that she cannot believe the family is allowing over her wishes. And that Mr. Collins will come after her, will come after them. Mr. Darcy and Dr. Matthews help to calm Mrs. Bennett, and Dr. Matthews prescribes a small amount of laudanum. And asks Lydia to help her mother to bed. Yeah, that's good. Revise that. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. Oh, it changed it to the square brackets. He did an update. Cool, cool, cool. Mr. Collins, but why would he write to Mama? Okay, so we'll thumbs this up. It makes sense that all the posts would kind of arrive at the same time because he got that. Okay, so that did not go away though. So I will let him know that that's a bug. What has ruined everything? Lydia. Mama received a letter from Mr. Collins. Mr. Collins? But why would he write to Mama? Because he's a viper in our midst, a treacherous and grateful man. Perfect. That her mother blamed her marrying Mr. Collins, even hearing his name. He attacked her in Kent. Mama, what do you mean? How can Mr. Collins claim Longbourn? Papa is alive. If not well, will be soon. He is the heir. Mr. Collins is the heir presumptive. He has no power over us. He says that as the male heir, your father give him grounds. They have confirmed it. But the reality of it, solicitors, you must find a way to stop this. Mama will do everything. But for now, you must calm yourself. I will see to it. No, they're not going to resolve that. They're not going to fix that. Okay, 929. Where did I get through here? Okay, so witnesses to the scene. I hate this line. Mama will do everything. Our family. Yeah, we don't need Aunt home. She doesn't care about Longbourn. You must not cloud your judgment. Kitty. Lydia. Knelt beside her. Okay. Great. And then I'm going to say, Mr. Darcy, signals for a flaming punch bowl to be brought out, for a game of Snap, and a tray of crackers. I think they're called I think they're called crackers. I think that was still popular in the Regency time. Regency time, Christmas crackers. Yeah, pulls. And I want to say, yeah, sure, whatever. Invented 150 years ago. Dang it. Why not? Stupid Victorians have everything fun for Christmas. Man. Exploding. I think it's called Exploding Snap Regency Christmas. It's like a flaming thing. No, that's Exploding Snap Harry Potter. What? There's a game though. Games with fire played at Regency Christmas Punch Bowl. Yes, there we go. And then light it a flame, and then you grab the treats. I can't remember what it's called though. Some of the games are well known today. Uncle Scrooge's, yeah. The food. Snapdragon. I knew it was something like that. Snapdragon. Mrs. Bennett Silk. Don't try this at home. Piled on the floor, the object of the game was without disturbing the bullet, which was at the peak. Yeah, I don't think we need that to do the bullet one. The Bromingtons, Mr. Bingley, and Kitty, Mary, and Lydia immediately flock to. Okay, so there we go. So I'm going to project. We're in chapter 20. Turn this on. Right-click this and go ahead and say revise. The dialogue in the same style of the rest of the chapter. Submit. 9:33. I have 8 minutes extra because I talked for 8 minutes. So 9:38 is when I will stop. Oh, it just rewrote everything. I don't want it to rewrite. Let's not rewrite. Okay, so let's just thumbs this down. Boop. Oh dear. Did we lose everything? No. But we got some weird stuff, so. Okay. So we'll just take this out. We'll just leave it as a command, and then we'll just continue. So it knows that that's what happened. Mama. Promise me. No. Thumbs down. Write this next. Oh, I don't need to have this toggled on because I'm doing a continue. That's why. There we go. When you toggle on the document and you're doing continue, it just sends it twice, and so it gets very confused. Snapdragon, my dear. Gather around, everyone. I shall be the first to catch a raisin. You always think you're the fastest. Without getting burned. Okay. Perfect. I think that's pretty darn good. We're good with that. I mean, it was I can edit it, but it's decent. It's solid. Okay, so now I just have to take out the instructions that I wrote in there, and we are done. It is 9:36. I didn't quite hit 4,000 words, but I hit 3,358, and I'm going to say that's pretty darn good with chapter 20. And then I'm going to just shoot. We've got 6 more minutes, or 2 more minutes. So, okay, we'll do one more, and we'll boop, 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 boop. We'll turn on chapter 20. We'll turn on the story of the Bible so far. And I'm going to say, make a plan to write the arrival of Dr. Cooper. So we'll do this real fast. Okay. Setting the scene just after Christmas Day. Perfect. Nice. I think it's going to be like 4 days after Christmas. Good. I like it. I like it. Da, 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 dum, dum. Okay. Oh, quiet reflection and constant resolution. I hate that. Hate that. Gee, Rusifit. This is a long plan. Write the scene. All right. Thumbs up it. Call this chapter 21. Write the arrival. Go. And I'm going to copy this. I'm going to take it out so that we can see the actual word counts that we got. It would be too early for Mr. Longwell. So I definitely have to move this to like the first week of January. Thank you, Mrs. Reynolds. We shall see. Please take me to him. Okay. Dr. Cooper. Paralysis remains significant. Mr. Bennett. Okay. There's definitely been some improvement. However limited is a positive sign. It is unlikely. A surgical procedure is successful. And by the way, Dr. Axel Cooper is a real historical figure. He actually did innovate this surgery at this time period. Yeah, because he actually wanted to kill himself. So yeah, that's really good, actually. I like that. All right. I don't think that really needs a whole lot of edits too. I would just make minor changes to it. So we'll take this out and we'll put it in the notes section. And I am calling that a win. In fact, I'm calling that a great win. So we did chapter 20 entirely and chapter 21. Chapter 20 is 3327. I need my calculator. Where did I put my calculator? Is it in utilities? It is in utilities. Got it. Okay. 3327 plus chapter 21, which I just like. It always gets faster the more you go. 2155. And the AI is really good at scenes that make sense. Like the other scene I was writing, there's a lot of moving parts and there's a lot of people and it just struggled with that. But you guys, I'm going to come back. Are you ready? Here we go. 5,482 words this morning. Bam! Oh, it's upside down. Ha 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 ha. 2. Oh, and thank you, Susan, for Snapdragon. I appreciate it. I did do a couple of different models. I will add it to the stage again. We always want to do our final how much we spent. So going to Open Router, activity. I did say when I changed models. All together today. Does it have it? It just has today, it has Anthropic, but I know I did more than that. Okay, so we can add this up really fast. It is, let's see here. We got started, today's August 28th, so down here is where we started. So 0.173 plus 0.174 plus 0.191 plus 0.0902 plus 0.0203. You can see when I switched that situation to only giving it like a little bit, all of a sudden the price went down to like just 2 cents. Plus 0.0145 plus, and then when I moved, 0.00124. No. Clear. 0.0124. Okay, so we're at 69 cents so far, plus 0.018, plus 0.0315, plus 0.0234, plus 0.0189, plus 0.0346, plus 0.0337. 3. Okay, we're almost there. Yeah, and then it goes down significant. Oh, plus 0.135. Well, we spent $1.10 this morning for 5,500 something words. So I'm going to mark this down. Today was $1.10, 5.6, and total words we had. Oh, you can't see. I'm so sorry. You've just been looking at my face here. I did not do. Uh-oh. Oh, dear. Okay, coming over to StreamYard. You guys didn't see me doing all that. So let me show you. I'm keeping an eye on the time. I've got 7 minutes to get over to. Okay, so now you can see it. It just has Anthropic for today. It doesn't have everything else. So I'm going to, but over here is what I added up. So from here, August 28th, all the way to the other August 28th right here. So that's all the numbers I added up, and that added up to $1.10. And then coming over to Raptor Write, please let that have saved. I don't know that it did. Load. Okay. Yeah, it's still there. Okay, so chapter 21 was 2,155 words. And chapter 20 was 3,357 words. Now, I haven't gone through it with a fine-tuned tome of 2155, but it's good enough. I was reading it as it went, and it really was just a functionality of the fact that AI it can do straightforward scenes very well. The scene that I had for the Christmas stuff, it doesn't do ensemble scenes very well at all, in my opinion. It struggles with that. Let me know in the chat if you agree. So $1.10 for 5,512 words, 1 hour of my life. Well, an hour and 15 minutes at this point, but I'll take it. I'll take that all day long. So this is the new reality. The new reality is I came on for an hour, 5,500 words. 5,500 words used to be like a good writing day. That would be like 5 or 6 hours for me. Plus, I love that AI is such an assistant. I could be like, just give me some ideas, read all this, figure out where we are in the story, tell me what's going on, and then it just jogs my memory so that I don't have to agonize over details and things like that. And you saw me be like, okay, I need some ideas for Christmas. I should have asked the AI for like Regency Christmas ideas. So I wasn't as efficient as I could have been, but got it done. And again, we say free because Raptor Write does not cost you anything. It's free to use. You just have to pay for your AI usage. Now, before I go, what do we always have to do? This Raptor Write is not your final place. So I'm going to save the project. I'm going to go to settings. I'm going to back up my projects because this is how we do. This is how we do. I'm going to save Raptor Write, and this is Moralities of Marriage, and this is Baby Raptor Write. Baby Raptor Write backup. So I'm going to save that. And then I'm also going to go ahead and download the whole thing. So I'm going to download the whole thing as Microsoft Word so that it has everything there. So that file, and then I open up Google Drive. Go to Drive. And if I go to my Drive, start here, writing in progress, Moralities of Marriage. I'm going to go new, file upload, and then grab that backup that I made of everything. So this is Moralities of Marriage, this is the document so far. So the file is here. It's at 59,485 words for including all my notes and everything like that. I'll have to get back to finding out where we were on the file. I'll have that added up before tomorrow. Tomorrow's live is going to be at 10 a.m. Eastern time, and we are going to do 2 hours tomorrow. So 2 hours tomorrow, 10 a.m. Let's see if we can get 10K in 2 hours, right? We just got 5K. And we were going for 4K. Let's go. So how did everyone else do in the chat? Did you guys get a lot of work done? Thank you, Rick. 5K is amazing for an hour's work. Yeah, I'm like stunned. This is great. Thank you, Ikello, 3 days in a row. For those who don't know, Ikello runs Future Fiction Factory, another YouTube channel I highly recommend. And Ikello is one of our fiction engineers who will be teaching standalone classes. I talked about at the top of the hour. And thank you, Tiffany. That's amazing work. I appreciate it. Cypher asked, which model are you using? Is it Claude 3.5 Sonnet or Gemini 1.5 Pro? I used Sonnet this morning, and then I switched over to ChatGPT 4.0. I did some bad prompting, everyone. You guys saw. I toggled on all the chapters. I was like, write the next chapter. That was expensive. That was like 20 cents a click. Don't do that. I mean, you can if you want to, but that's how people are running through the money. So like people who are like, oh, I put $5 in there and it's gone. That's 25 clicks. So that's why. So you definitely want to be mindful about that. Only prompt what you need. That's why it's important to have that story Bible thing. And actually, I need to make a note to myself for tomorrow. I need to go ahead and make the story Bible entries because I'm running out of time, right? I've got time. There's 9:48. So we'll make the story entries. All right. We have to do our work right here. Read the story Bible so far. Nope. Okay. So I'm just going to do this, a new document. I'm going to toggle on 20 and story Bible so far. And I'm going to say, write a story Bible entry for chapter 20. And I'm still on 4.0, so it should be fine. Very analytical. So, yep, it does that. Thank you for doing all of this. Okay. Oh, we're stuck. No. What happened? Rerun. Come on. Oh, it's doing mini. I don't want mini. Stop it. I mean, I could use mini. I'm just persnickety. I want 4.0 latest to do this work. So there we go. Chapter 20. So all I have toggled on real fast is the story Bible so far and chapter 20. So it's doing all this information, which is fine. Why is it cutting me off at 524 tokens? What the heck, man? Get it together. I'll try this. 4096. Okay. Hopefully it won't mess up again. That was a weird gremlin. Can we get past 500 tokens? Can we? Can we? Yes. Okay, we're moving past it. Yeah, and you can see this is a hard scene for an AI. Look at all of this ensemble work. This is really, really hard. So the London trip, hysterical outburst, a moment of peace, chapter themes. Cool, cool, cool. This is good enough. It's got it captured. So I highlight this, exit out, bring it over to Story Bible so far, come down to the end. And now I do the exact same thing, but toggle off 20, toggle on 21. Come over here. Oh, I also need to toggle this off and toggle it back on because that way it'll show in the prompt what, like, it'll update it that it has. So here because I toggled it back on, it has all the way down to like chapter 20 now. So there's 19 and there's chapter 20. So you want to make sure when you add something to a document, you toggle it off and toggle it back on. So the most recent version of it is in the prompt. Okay, let's go. Story Bible entry for chapter 21. And this is just good practice to wrap up your writing session. And I don't have to tell it what is in the Story Bible entry because I'm already giving it a Story Bible that it can read and it can mimic. It can see like the style that I have for all the other chapters. The more recent models, ChatGPT 4.0, all your Claudes, your Google 1.5 Pro, they're designed to mimic what they're fed. So if you feed it into the prompt, you don't have to then like lay it out for it of like what it all needs to do. Sure, there we go. Love is a source no matter the outcome. Aww. Control X, Story Bible so far, go to the end and paste that in. Okay, I'm going to save and I will also download this project again, download story, just so I have it. Save. Okay, 61,000 words now, but that's okay. Most of that is notes. Some of that is notes. So, okay. I will have an update tomorrow. I will see you guys at 10 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. Let me know who's going to be there. Thank you all. Thank you all so much for supporting my butt in chair challenges. So can you get 4,000 words in an hour with Raptor Write? Yeah. Yeah, you can. All right. See you guys over in the marketing bootcamp. And for those of you who want to use the tool that I just used, you want to look at raptorwrite.com. That's how you access it. You're going to have to join at least the free class in order to have access to it. But honestly, there's a 7-day free trial for Future Fiction Academy. That's probably your best bet if you want to learn how to do all the things that I just did. If you want to become a prompting wizard where you're not beholden to any kind of software doing the prompting for you, you can just like prompt on the fly and make all this happen. Future Fiction Academy will get you up to speed. We have multiple people in the chat who on this session, they just started with the Future Fiction Academy maybe a month or two ago, and they are also getting, 5,000, 10,000 words in a day. So we have the methodologies. We teach everyone how to do it. You can come join for a month or two, and then you can just be using Raptor Write. That's totally cool too. We are here for other authors to be able to make this transition. And we're not gonna be shut out because AI is here. We're not gonna be shut out. We're not gonna be shut out because the big companies get to use it and we don't. No, we get to use it too to delight our readers. So, all right. See everyone in Marketing Bootcamp, and I'll see the rest of you guys tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. Bye. I was in Baby Raptor. Yeah, that's because that's where I started with this project. That's a good question, Rick. That were you in Baby or Big Raptor? I was in Baby Raptor, but all the features, I think. Let me know if regular Raptor Write is 22F. If it's 22F, it's the same version. I'll double check that. Yep. All right, everyone, take care.